In this video are 10 truck campers, each offering something unique. Featuring Rossmönster Overland's off-road Baja, the Gladiator from Hotomobil, the living cabin Laske Expedition, a 1987 Jeep Comanche gets a custom-made pop-up truck camper, the i.o truck camper. From Rugged Mountain Custom RV, the massive Denali 3S flatbed camper, Cube truck camper, the Falcon X series, and more. Let's get to it. Quickly turn your pickup into a leisure vehicle with Hotomobil's Gladiator and Gladiator XL. They're headquartered in Germany, and Hotomobil's production facility is located in Turkey. Restar, the parent company of Hotomobil, specializes in industrial solutions and industrial design, with manufacturing facilities located across Europe. So now, let's take a look at the Gladiator truck camper.
Now we are standing next to the Gladiator, our pickup caravan. With the 4 new legs, you can put it off your cabin and drive away. I know that the Gladiator looks really compact, and it is. It has a living area, a bedroom, and a kitchen and a bathroom inside of it. So with the Gladiator you have 2 options. We have the one with the bathroom and the one without the bathroom. So it's really up to you to choose which model you want to use. The tent on top is totally optional. So if you want to accommodate 4 people, then you can use the tent and travel wherever you want. The bed might look small, but it can actually convert onto a king-size bed.
The Gladiator is compatible with all double-cabin pickup truck models. 2 to 5 passengers can use it during all 4 seasons. It has a monoblock, non-flammable, fiberglass, antibacterial body, and the cabin is light, rust-proof, has no joints, it's sleek and waterproof, and the antibacterial feature of the cabin stops any bacteria growth and formation. Because of its high-density polyurethane insulation, the cabin walls create the thermos effect condition, which prevent heat transfer from the inside to the outside, and reverse. As a result, the cabin stays the same temperature when it's heated or cooled. It comes in a variety of colors, along with an outdoor shower system, optional solar power system, and a 7x8 foot awning. The interior height is 5.9 feet. It sleeps 2 to 5 people and fits a king-size bed. The premium package comes with a portable toilet, foldable sink and stove, a fridge, a 220-watt water heating system, an air heating system, some extra interior lighting, a 600-watt inverter, and a handful of other amenities. The Gladiator comes in 3 packages. The Life package at around $16,000, the High Isolation package is $20,300, and the Premium goes for $25,240.
Hello, I'm Eda from the design department at Hotomobil, and now I will introduce you our models. This is our newest product, Gladiator XL. Our smaller model was called Gladiator, as you all know it, and this is bigger product for American pickups. Actually, it comes 40 centimeters shorter, so you can put on your European pickup and actually close the door. The bathroom is really wider than the old Gladiator bathroom, and you have a cassette toilet inside and also a hand shower. For the kitchen, you have a bigger sink and a bigger stove, so you can cook 2 things at the same time. So for this model, the alcove is actually really long, so we have a bigger bed. The bed size is actually 200 to 160, so it's actually the size of a queen size bed. and you can actually lower the table and you can make an extra bed out of it.
The big Gladiator XL and XL Extended are tailored to meet the required space for up to 5 passengers. It's compatible with American pickups, double cab, super, and crew cab. So the short size Model XL is 12.2 feet long by 6.8 feet wide. The extended Model XL is 13.5 feet long by 6.8 feet wide. The XL models both hold 2 beds, sleep up to 5, come with all the amenities as the premium model, plus the welcome addition of a cassette toilet. Both the short XL and extended models' interior height is 6.4 feet. The exclusive Gladiator XL, which is the next step up from the premium, it costs $35,200. Just 2 people can remove or attach this Laske Expedition cab from a pickup truck in less than 30 minutes. Referred to as the living cabin, it comes equipped with a parallel lifting roof that ensures compact dimensions with a low center of gravity while driving. Located in Germany, Laske Expedition turns pickup trucks into expedition vehicles. This is right from the Laske website. Laske Expedition is a company dedicated to transforming pickups into touring vehicles while maintaining their everyday practicality. With a team of engineers, vehicle technicians, carpenters, a welder, and a saddler, they strive to create a seamless fusion of travel, nature, and convenience. Their love for hiking and camping drives their commitment to ensuring customers don't have to compromise on the comforts of civilization. By leveraging the compact and unobtrusive nature of pickups, Laske Expedition enables access to remote and unexplored places, providing their customers with the ultimate adventure-ready vehicles. Before we start, we've got to give a shout out to Alan Heath for allowing us to show his review video of this camper. If you guys like the van life, go check out Alan's channel. He has over 1,000 videos of him reviewing campers as he travels around Europe living out of his camper van. Lucky guy. His channel link is on the card in the upper right corner of this video and the description below. Okay, let's get to it. On with the video.
Hello and welcome to Avontoil and Allrad, which is the largest off-road trade event for RVs in the world. It's not just trade actually, because this is where people can come and buy things. And if you've got 350,000 euros going spare, you could get something like this. What is clever about this as a pickup is the following. It's quite high, but as you may be able to tell from here, that the whole thing will drop down and it will become much smaller and less height to worry about. So for the toilet, and there you go, Laske Expedition.de. When you walk in, you've got all of this space around here. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see me. There's me inside. Look at all this space there is here in a pickup unit. Now I know that this, as far as pickup units go, this is pretty expensive, but look at all this, and they normally don't offer you this type of space and this type of interior. And if you keep a low profile, there may be very good reasons why you need a low profile in places that you're going to, such as your garage. Turn the camera back round. Got this enormous lengthwise bed with a Frovey system, and which goes up in parts like that, should that be what you're looking for. Here, okay, this is a standard domestic setup, but this is a far more unusual fridge. Just checking what they've got inside for when I'm looking for some entertainment a bit later. We've got there a kitchen extension, and here is a place for a table which hasn't present been fitted, or maybe it's been taken out, or maybe it's somewhere else which I haven't yet seen. Now, the convenient thing about the toilet is that if the door is broken, you can get in via the top like this. Well, that's going to be a bit difficult because the sink's out, so let's just open up the toilet door. And here, you can see we've got the sink unit, which goes up to one side, which is quite typical in sort of setups like this. And there is the toilet, clicked in place, as you may have heard, above the racket in the background. And there is a toilet. It's one of these bits which separates the waste into two different places. I also separate the waste into two different places because urine is easier to get rid of. And another little feature here, look at this, we've got the very curious these dials, which don't look at all motorhome-ish, but rather domestic. You can see what's going on with the electronics over here, and we'll have a look at the quality of the drawers. I always think the drawers show a lot of about the vehicle. And under here, yeah, you got shore power, and this thing here will come out, I believe, if necessary, but would have to remove all of that as well. But here, the big thing about this setup though is this at the back, which is really, really outstanding. Good, let's have a bit more look around the outside.
The living cabin's parallel lifting roof and compact dimensions allow easier navigation through narrow forest paths with low-hanging branches. The camper weighs about 1,300 pounds. It's 6.2 feet wide, 19.5 feet long, and when extended upward, 8.2 feet high. The cabins feature solid outer walls that offer heat and noise insulation. A diesel auxiliary heater prevents dampness, and these features make the cabin suitable for spontaneous or long trips outside the typical travel season. Laske Expedition vehicles are characterized by innovation, safety, and robustness, enabling travel to almost any place in the world. Interested individuals can request their own personalized living cabin without any obligation, allowing them to embark on their expeditions promptly. The pickup living cabin includes a kitchen, a seating area, and 4 berths, offering comfort and convenience. The interior features smart storage options for both small and large items. There's ambient lighting, controllable via 2 dimmers in the entrance area. The kitchen is equipped with a 2-burner gas hob, a 40-liter compressor cooler, drawers, and a sink. Hot water is produced by a gas water heater. The cabin sleeps 2 adults and 2 children, and the interior height, when extended, offers a spacious 7.2 feet in headroom. The sleeping area offers ample space, with a lying area of 5.2 feet by 6.2 feet, with optional lengths of 6.5 feet and 6.8 feet. For families with young children, the seating area can be converted into 2 sleeping spaces, each measuring 5.5 feet in length. There's a small bathroom with a separate sink and a dry separation toilet, and when not in use, the wet room remains discreetly hidden behind a door. Also, if you want to, the dry separation toilet can be removed, providing extra storage space. The Laske Expedition living cabin's price is custom to each order. Truck campers are practical options for those who desire mobility without towing an additional vehicle. i.oCamper offers a solution with their expandable truck camper that provides RV-like space. The i.oCamper truck can be attached to a dual-cab pickup truck such as a Toyota Tacoma or a Ford Ranger in just 15 minutes. It is constructed with fiberglass reinforced PE material and high-density insulation, ensuring waterproof and windproof qualities. The initial size is similar to a standard truck bed camper, but the enclosure slides out, accommodating up to 5 people. Inside, the i.oCamper resembles a travel trailer with a sizable slide-out section. Closed, the camper measures approximately 14 feet long and 7 feet wide, while fully expanded, it extends to over 19 feet in length, increasing living space by around 30%. Buyers can choose between a shell version that allows customization or a fully furnished model. The furnished model includes a double bed, convertible couches, dining table, kitchen with hot plate, sink, and small refrigerator freezer. A small bathroom with sink, shower, and toilet is also included. The camper features a lockable door, windows with screens and blackout shades, and rooftop ventilation. Power is supplied by a 12-volt battery and includes outlets, USB sockets, and LED lighting. The shell version of the i.oCamper provides 4 walls for owners to customize according to their requirements, including a double bed, lockable door, roof ventilation, and windows. i.oCamper is a small European-based company whose products are distributed by Richter Manufacture of Germany, and they offer innovative camper solutions. Their website advertises worldwide distribution, but it seems that they currently do not have a delivery network in the US. However, considering everybody in America's got a pickup truck, it's possible that the demand for camper solutions like i.oCamper could lead to changes in the market. It might inspire a domestic company to start offering a similar product and catering to the needs and preferences of American customers who see camper options for their pickup trucks. Pricing for the i.o truck camper isn't yet available. Rugged Mountain Custom RV, headquartered in Boise, Idaho, introduces the Denali 3S flatbed camper, catering to individuals who desire ample space while on the road. This camper features 3 slide-out sections that allow for increased interior roominess. The Denali 3S was designed with families in mind, as the co-owners of Rugged Mountain, Jesse and Anka Collinsworth, recognized the need for a camper that accommodates traveling with children. The Denali 3S fits on the Chevrolet Silverado 5500 HD, Ford F550, and Ram 5500. It has an overall length of 20 feet 6 inches. Beneath the living space, there is a storage area measuring 12 feet 11 inches, equipped with a 4-foot pull-out drawer. The camper carries 80 gallons of fresh water. With the slide-out sections extended, there is even more interior space, including a 7-foot section in the kitchen, a 5-foot section at the rear, and a 6-foot segment for the side dining area. The Denali 3S has an interior height of 6 feet 8 inches. It offers a well-appointed interior, including a 17-inch propane cooktop, a stainless steel sink, and an 8 cubic foot refrigerator. The camper features a large bed, accessible via steps, and bunk beds are available for additional sleeping space. Custom setups are possible for solar power, with the company offering 4 options ranging from 100 amp hours to 400 amp hours. The Denali 3S starts at $74,900, with the option to add extra features that can bring the price up to around $125,000. The Rugged Mountain Custom RV produces 12 to 20 campers per year. Jim has put his craftsmanship to work and created an impressive vehicle by combining 2 Jeeps to transform his 1987 Comanche into its current form. The aluminum camper, which provides a spacious living space, was meticulously constructed in their driveway. Following that, the Sunbrella canvas topper was installed to enhance the camper's features. Let's let the video and Jim show us his creation in his video tour.
Hey guys, my name's Jim. This is my 1987 Jeep Comanche, and I'm going to show you guys around. All right, so moving to the back of the rig here. I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. We have propane mounts. This is just for the stove inside. I originally put on 2 mounts here, thinking we were going to spend a whole lot of time in Mexico, and finding propane and stuff can be really difficult. But man, the little tank there lasted for, I don't know, 3 months or 4 months of cooking. So I never even bothered sticking a second propane tank on here, but it is an option. I've got a ladder for accessing the roof if we wanted to throw anything up there, like stand-up paddle boards or whatever you want, clean off the solar panels. I got a Rotopax over there. That's the diesel tank for our little Chinese heater stove inside. Keeps us nice and warm. It's a 2-gallon tank, and it lasts for like 4 or 5 days at a time. Had another one on there, but it got jacked at some point, so that was kind of a bummer. Sliding down a little bit, we got our high lift jack and a shovel, our recovery tools, mostly for working on the truck, and then for our toilet was the shovels primary usage. Moving along the side here, this is our water heater that I talked about inside that runs off of coolant. It also hooks into propane, but we never saw the usage for it, and we wanted to conserve our propane, so we never even hooked that up to the propane. It just runs off of coolant. Along the side you can see 2 fuel tank fills. I combined 2 Jeeps at this point, and the newer one had a rear tank, and so I added that to the truck. So it's got 2 tanks. The original Comanche tank actually isn't plumbed right now, but it's mounted on there. So right now I have 22 gallons of fuel, and with that other tank I'd have like 47 gallons of fuel, something like that. So front of the rig here, built a custom front bumper here. Got some cheap LED lights on the front. Those are pretty nice for when it's dark. I have a winch on there. That's, man, I always recommend throwing a winch on your rig if you can. Just get one of the cheap ones from Harbor Freight. $400 for a winch is a whole lot cheaper than calling a tow truck out into the middle of nowhere. So it will save you money in the long run. We used it a whole bunch for pulling ourselves out of places, and then just finding cars stuck on the side of the road. We pulled a lot of people out. Yeah, we got an antenna here. This actually isn't hooked into anything. It's just the same height as the rig. So we know if we're going into a parking garage or going under branches or whatever, we know that as long as the antenna doesn't get caught, then we're clear and it won't rip off the solar panels. Built some custom sliders slash steps slash camper tie-in slash roof rack thing going on here. The whole camper and cab are fixed together, and then the sliders welded to the frame and also bolted to the camper, so it's all one big rigid construction. We keep our spare tire up here. Got a little Pelican case over there for keeping more stuff, recovery straps and all sorts of fun stuff. We added some, I forget what these were off of, some like a Chevy truck or something, some wider mirrors, since the camper is a little bit wider than the Comanche. On the roof you can see the two 100-watt solar panels. I added those on a little bit later into the build, and they're super awesome. As long as you get a little bit of sun, you can just stay parked and keep your batteries topped up for forever, I guess. You can see our Max air fan. A little bit about the camper itself. It's all made out of aluminum. I welded it in our driveway, and yeah, it was quite a fun project. I'm not a fabricator by trade. I threw on some frame stiffeners and all of the suspension, all the Jeepy stuff. Took 2 or 3 months of working Monday through Friday, about 8 hours a day. So quite a bit of time involved. And then I started working on the camper itself. It took about 2.5 months to construct the box. So yeah, one of the things was the interior build. We did a really rough layout the first time, and lived in it for a few months and then rebuilt it, which I highly suggest. Your original plans never seem to work exactly how you want them, so it's kind of fun to have a really rough, cheap layout and live in it and see what you like and what you don't like. One of the unique features of the camper itself was the door. It's kind of this airplane style door with the built-in steps. You can close it. I get a lot of questions about that. It's kind of nice. We have a little electric lock here on the outside, so we can throw all our stuff in and then go on a hike and still be able to unlock it and get back in. Kind of nice. It gives you a little bit of rain shelter as you're going in and out. And then yeah, the steps are pretty key because it's a pretty tall entryway. We also have an exterior shower here, pretty nice to use. My original plan was to put a shower curtain around the door here and then you could take a shower. Never got around to building the shower curtain, but whatever. We also have a solar light on the outside. You can turn that to be a motion detector or just on or off or whatever you want. And that's really nice for getting out in the middle of the night. Moving into the back of the Jeep, we've got this nice long L-shaped bench here. It's another nice spot to kind of lay out in the bottom of the Jeep here. They're all of these are cabinets hinged with lots of storage. We'd keep all of our clothes and more camping gear and snow gear and stuff like that in all of these cabinets. 1, 2, 3 for storage. We also got these little pouches here. Throw like dog leashes and cell phones and stuff like that in there. We have a switch panel on the wall here. This controls all of our electronics. So it's got light switches and our fan, our water tanks, heater, fridge, blah, 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 all the fun stuff right there. Kind of a cool little switch. Moving over here, we got our swing out table that I talked about earlier. It's pretty nice. We can sit in the corner here and have the table usable for a couple people. In this cabinet here, we have all of our electronics and our water heater and our heater and our inverter and whatnot. So have kind of a false floor in here so we can keep some shoes and smaller items, and then we can delve farther into the abyss. We have a water heater. It's a 6-gallon water heater that runs off of engine coolant. So anytime we're driving, it heats up 6 gallons of water to something like 180 degrees or whatever your coolant's running at. And then it has a mixing valve. So as you're using hot water, it's actually mixing it with cold water. And then you end up getting like 9 or 10 gallons of hot water, which is pretty nice. You can take a shower and do dishes and all of that stuff. We got a 1500 watt inverter, which is pretty much great for us. We just charged cameras and laptops and stuff. We really hardly ever used it. Farther in, I got a couple batteries. I originally built it with a 100 amp hour battery, just built it myself by ordering the cells. And it worked really well for us when we were driving a lot, but in the later months of living the year, we were doing a lot of just parked and in the forest with a lot of shade, so we weren't getting quite enough power, so I added in a Battleborn. So now we have 200 amp hours of power, and that's seemed to be just plenty for us. There's also a fuse panel in here that connects with this switch. It's kind of like an all-in-one unit, so you can just plug everything in. It was super simple and easy. We also have one of those Chinese diesel heaters, which has been super awesome. There's a lot of forums online that talk about them. I know they're kind of finicky to work with. We did have to replace the fuel pump, but I just bought an S-bar fuel pump, and that combined with the heater was still like 1/10 of the price of the S-bar heater, so it worked out pretty well for us. The neat thing is that you can custom tune these heaters with the controller panel. So we were camped up in Colorado, super high elevation, and the heater wouldn't fire up, and I was able to go in and change the air to fuel ratio and got it going again. So we stayed warm that night, which was super nice. So all of our like utilities cabinet down in here, kind of stealthy, hidden away. Yeah, the canvas, we got a lot of questions about where we got it and how it was built and all this, and that was probably the most difficult part about building this camper, was getting the canvas done. I built the whole truck in my driveway, and by the time we departed, I drove up to Alaska and I didn't have a canvas built, and I met a shop up there and they told me they could do it, and it was this whole dramatic thing where I dropped the truck off and the canvas got built, didn't fit, we had to take it back. We ended up living in their shop for a few days while they worked on it, which in the end it was super awesome. They were really good to us. But yeah, some questions about it. It's made out of Sunbrella, so it's UV resistant or UV proof or whatever, and it actually insulates really well. It doesn't have any quilting or anything, but we stay really warm in the truck. We camped down to like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're pretty comfortable. Got separate windows we can open here like this, and then we also have these shades here that can unroll and Velcro up and block out all the light. Makes it nice and dark inside. So I really like having a pop-up with the canvas. It makes it feel like you're more in that camp style setting versus having a hard top. But I know there's pros and cons to both of them, so this is the route we went with this time, and we'll see what happens next time. Yeah, this umbrella is all waterproof, so we don't have any issues. We've had a couple leaks with where water gets in between the screen and the window, and these little ties are connected. It's leaked a few times, so we'll just take some super glue and put a couple drops on there, and it seems to seal it up. So we haven't had any major leakage issues, knock on wood. It's all been good, but it's all very weatherproof. So on the passenger side of the Jeep, we got this nice long bench, kind of a little lounge area when we're hanging out inside. Put some pillows and prop yourself up. Got another big window. This one's super nice for getting a big cross breeze through the Jeep or passing things in and out. The bench is primarily storage. We moved the cushion here, and we got 2 big containers here. Mostly kept like dry food and some camping supplies and stuff in here. Easy to access when you're cooking. This forward bin here is mostly taken up by a 10-gallon water tank. We have a 10-gallon on each side of the Jeep. Kind of wanted to keep the weight as far forward as possible. So it's mostly water tank, and then I would keep all of my spare parts and tools and stuff. It's a Jeep, so lots of spare parts is kind of key, unfortunately, but that's how it is. A big thing with the Jeep, and a thing that I get a lot of questions on, is the pass-through. That was kind of a big undertaking with building a truck like this. And it's super nice. It's actually, you know, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'4", and so I don't use it a lot, but we have a bunch of dogs that we found while we were traveling, and they go in and out so the dogs can sleep in the front of the truck. And then if we had like a duffel bag or sleeping bags or whatever, once we move into the back of the truck, we can easily throw them up into the seats. And so having the pass through has been super, super nice. Built some little curtains on a rod to kind of give us a little bit of privacy and block out the light from the front there, just like that. This is the little kitchen area that we've got going on. We have a lagoon table that can slide out and rotate so we can get a couple people sitting around it. We got our sink with our faucet and our drinking water. It's a little extendable head so you can stick it outside if you want to take a little shower out there. We wanted a pretty deep sink so we can, you know, pile up our dishes and stuff, and it actually worked really well for storing some pots and pans and soap and stuff like that while we're driving. Got a little 2-burner stove. It's pretty sweet, works pretty well. And the whole kitchen was actually redesigned. When I first built the Jeep, we had a totally different layout. We had a little Camp Chef stove oven. It was super awesome. We actually really missed that. We took it out because the oven versus storage, was this big debate, and that was actually one of our regrets with rebuilding the interior, was getting rid of the oven. The next rig we build will have an oven again. We got lots of storage underneath the sink here. We use these little baby magnetic locks to open all of our drawers. We have a trash can. We'd keep our little broom and some cleaning supplies under there. Moving over a little bit more, we have an 85-liter Snowmaster fridge, which is humongous. People always comment about how big this thing is, but we love it. Yeah, we keep enough food for, I don't know, a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that. It's got 2 compartments, so it's got a freezer and a fridge, and it worked really well. Definitely big fridge people, and that's gonna be something in the next rig as well, as we'll have another really big fridge. Moving a little bit farther over, we have another drawer down on the bottom underneath the fridge. Works for some more storage stuff, and then all of these little drawers over here where we kept our pots, pans, cooking utensils, and whatnot. So we got 3 drawers all along here. Over in the corner here, we've got 2 little magnetic strips. We'd keep some knives and a metal spatula. We always cook with cast iron, so all of our utensils and stuff are magnetic, which is really nice. A little basket for keeping some spices and seasonings, whatnot. One of these paper towel rollers that's got a little click so it doesn't just unroll while you're driving. Super awesome. All of our windows in the kitchen area are made by Arctic Turn, and they can latch open or closed, hold open. They've got a built-in sunshade as well as a bug screen. We really like those a lot. Lots of options with using those guys. One of the big things about this truck was having a nice big sleeping area. So our bed's actually up top here. We're gonna lower it down. It's almost a queen size width. It's like halfway between a full and a queen, but it's extra long. It's about 7.5 feet long, which is really nice for me being so tall, and especially with the wedge shaped camper. Yeah, you can hop up and take a look at it here if you want. So this is the sleeping area. Like I said, it's almost a queen width and extra long, which is really nice. We can throw extra blankets and pillows down at our feet, or a dog can lay down there. I've got these fun little fairy lights glued to the ceiling, give a nice little romantic ambiance. Super nice to have the bed up here. There's still enough room down below that you can kind of move around. You can even cook a little bit. And living in such a tight area, it's really, really nice to have kind of this separation. You know, one person can lay up here and read a book or whatever while the other person's laying down below or cooking some food.
Jim's dedication and craftsmanship have resulted in a remarkable rig that combines 2 Jeeps to create the 1987 Comanche. The custom-built aluminum camper, sunbrella canvas topper, grill bumper, and thoughtfully designed interior with ample storage and essential amenities showcase the couple's attention to detail and commitment to a comfortable and functional living space. I'd like to give a shout out to those of you who joined this channel's membership program. Thank you for joining and helping support this channel. We really appreciate it. For those interested, memberships start at only $2 a month. In return, members receive perks such as a special icon by your name that upgrades to the next level the longer you remain a member, your channel name featured in the credits of our future videos, and depending on your membership level, unique codes for extra entries in all our product giveaways. Stay tuned for information on our upcoming electric bike giveaway. You can expect the announcement within the next 7 days. In 2022, Rossmönster Overland introduced the Lagom camper, a unique design in the pop-up pickup topper market. The Lagom camper stands out as one of the few hardwall toppers available, offering a different approach to the popular fabric construction. It features a high-rising roof with a full-height front and rear windows, providing panoramic views and an optimized rooftop observatory experience. Rossmönster Overland is located in Longmont, Colorado, and their company story reads, quoted from their website, "Our mission: internally, we set out to create the kind of company that our friends and family would be happy working at and proud to be working for. Externally, our goal is to create products that wow, not only because they look cool, but because of clear attention to detail, purpose, and quality. Our vision: we pride ourselves on our innovative approach and the quality of our end product. We aim to continue to deliver an exceptional product, an industry-leading warranty, and top-notch ongoing service to our family of Rossmönster owners, while also continuing to innovate and push the envelope on what's possible in the world of overland vehicles. Our commitment: committed to keeping our build process in-house, sourcing products from within the USA and within Colorado whenever possible. When it comes to our products, we're committed to the highest quality standards. When it comes to our clients, we're committed to approaching each relationship as an ongoing partnership, providing education and guidance where appropriate, listening and designing for each unique use case, and most importantly, making the process enjoyable for all parties involved." The Lagom series is positioned as the entry point to Rossmönster's overlanding line, and is compatible with smaller pickup trucks like the Toyota Tacoma and Jeep Gladiator. The aluminum Lagom topper folds down flat while driving and can be easily lifted into shape with the help of strut arms on each side. The design creates a tall and spacious rooftop camping box that seamlessly connects the interior with the surrounding environment. The Lagom is compatible with specific truck models such as the Tacoma, Gladiator, and certain F-150s, with plans for variants for other trucks in the works. The Lagom Pop Top offers over 6.7 feet of interior standing height and 3 feet of seated headroom. The bed area is upholstered for added comfort and warmth, with bed-to-ceiling views from the front and back windows. The interior is kept clear and uncluttered, allowing full access to the pickup bed for hauling gear or everyday use. Optional features include the Goal Zero Yeti 1500 portable electrical system and up to 200 watts of solar charging. The Lagom base model starts at $14,000, while the Base Plus model with additional features starts at $17,000, An Expedition pack is available for $4,000, offering roof rails, MOLLE panels, an outside ladder, and a front LED light bar. The Lagom is compatible with specific truck models, such as the Tacoma, Gladiator, and certain F-150s, with plans for variants for other trucks in the works. Interested buyers can try out the Lagom camper through rentals offered by Rossmönster at their Colorado headquarters. Okay, we have a video walkthrough, so let's check out the video.
Hey, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster Rentals, and today I want to show you the ins and outs of our Lagom series truck campers. These are available on Jeep Gladiators and Toyota Tacomas, and they ride 5, sleep 2. One of the best part of these rigs is that they're great for gear hauling because they retain access to the rear and side of the truck bed. So when you're ready to get inside this camper, you're going to go ahead and find the silver key on your keychain called rear side panel latch, pop it in the key receiver, unlock it, and then you can press that button and that side will unlatch. You'll do the same thing on that side. Additionally, you have panels on the side of this topper that you can unlock and do the same thing. When you've rented this vehicle, just please always keep these latches locked whenever you're not with the vehicle, because you do have a quite expensive power source inside the vehicle, as well as a ton of other furnishings. So just be sure to keep it locked when you're not around the vehicle. Now let's move on to opening and closing your topper. The most important thing about this topper is that you do not ever drive it with the topper open. So when you're ready to pop it up, you need to first undo all 4 latches. So there's 2 in the rear here that you can just pop off. And there's also 2 in the front on either side. Once you have all 4 latches unlatched, you're going to go ahead and lower your tailgate and stand up here to lift the topper. Lifting the topper is always going to be easier if you're taller, so we have a step stool inside the vehicle if you want to use that, or just recruit your tallest friend. So I'm 5'3", so I'm definitely going to utilize the step stool, show you how to lift this up. A few important things when you lift the topper: make sure that you're lifting equally on both sides rather than letting one side go higher than the other. Second, hands always go on this top bar. You do not put your hands here or between the 2. There's obviously a risk of pinch points there. Once you have the topper lifted, we'll go inside and put our window panes in, and that will go ahead and secure the structure. Whenever you're inside the topper, you want to have at least one of your window panes down to kind of secure the structure of the topper itself. So first you need to pull the mattress towards you, flip that piece over. That allows the window pane enough room to swing down, and then we'll hop up and release that window pane. Next, you're going to release the window pane from the ceiling by moving that lever out of the way. You'll notice that you need to actually press out on the walls in order to let the window pane swing down. So whenever you're pushing out on the walls, make sure that you push out on these square pieces. So you want to keep one hand on the topper, press out, and lower it rather than dropping it. Always easier with a friend. On the front of vehicle window pane only, you have these little silver latches. So when you have the window pane lowered, you're going to go ahead and swivel those latches and they'll fall into place. There's one on each side. Always remember though, when you put this back up to close down the topper, store the lever in a position that is parallel with the metal beam so that the lever itself doesn't poke holes in either the ceiling or the walls when you fold up the topper. Next, you can obviously repeat the same process with the rear of vehicle window pane. That one's not going to have the little silver levers, but you can also keep that open to get a nice breeze. When you are ready to make the bed platform, first you're going to want to pull the actual platform itself towards yourself to make it a little bit longer. Then you flip over your mattress, press it all the way to the back, and use the additional mattress pad to finish out the little bed platform. When you're ready to close the topper down for the night and go to bed and you're in a spot where you want to lock it, first you're going to go ahead and close the tailgate. Then you're going to keep your rear of vehicle window pane open. Press that panel down, latch both sides, use your keys to lock it if you want, and then either leave this rear vehicle window open or lower it in place to fully secure the topper. Whenever we send out the Lagom series, we will fill your deck storage system with all of the furnishings that you need. So you have a propane stove, you have a 5-gallon propane tank, you have all of your cooking supplies, pots, pans, mugs, all of that good stuff. You're going to have a wash basin to do your dishes. We'll send you out with all of your bedding in a green laundry bag like that. Please be aware that you need to take all of your sheets and pillows and blankets off the bed every day before lowering the topper. We recommend storing it all in these bags so that it doesn't get dusty while you're in transit. Additionally, you'll have a 5-gallon water jug. Because we have a Goal Zero power source back here, it's really important that you always strap that jug back in just as you found it. So strapping it across the bottom and looping through the top handle. You can see instructions for that in your digital guide. We have a Yeti cooler, and then as I mentioned, we have that Goal Zero power source. I will walk you through that once we hop inside. We also have some available add-ons for these rigs. So we have a Nemo Hilo portable shower that you can take. We also have a Dometic cooler that can plug into that Goal Zero and kind of draw off the power like a regular refrigerator or freezer. So to start out, it's imperative to understand that the Goal Zero is a rudimentary power system within this vehicle. So it's your responsibility as a renter to use your lights, your fan, and your outlets sparingly, and to keep track of where your battery levels are at and recharge whenever needed, or just choose not to use the system at all and use the camper like a bit more of a tent. Please always take a look at our digital manual for Goal Zero FAQs and pre-use warnings. So on the front of the Goal Zero here, you can check out your battery levels at all times. You have your input, so that's all of the power coming in. Even when you're plugged up to solar, if your batteries are already at 100%, you're not going to see an input here. You also have output, so that's everything that's drawing on the batteries at that given time. If you notice you've drained your Goal Zero, there are 2 ways that you can recharge this unit. One is by solar. Whenever we send you out, your solar is going to be hooked up already. That is this nice port called solar port, and you can tell that it is on when the input light is turned blue. When that light is blinking, you'll actively be charging, but you shouldn't actually have to do anything with this unless it comes unplugged. You should just always be trickle charging via solar. Second, you can plug into a wall outlet. So if you want to do that, you're going to go into the mesh bag attached to the Goal Zero, locate your wall charger device, plug in the barrel connector here, and then plug the other end into a wall outlet. In order to use the Goal Zero to power your lights, you need to first make sure that the 12-volt output system is on. You do that by pressing the 12-volt button, and you'll see the LED light begin to illuminate. Then you'll locate your light switch, which is on these nice cords, turn it on, and then you have light. When you're ready to turn it back off, turn it back off. To use your max air fan, again, you need to have your 12-volt output system turned on. So you'll press that button, the LED light will be illuminated. And you also have the 12-volt port plugged in. If that's not plugged in, it's obviously not going to work. Then you'll go up to your max air fan and use the on-off button to turn it on and off, and use the in/out button to decide if you want to suck air into the vehicle or pull air out. Again, please use the lights and fan only as needed, as this is a rudimentary power system. If you'd like to use your Goal Zero to recharge devices, you're going to go over to the AC side, turn on your AC output. You'll see that LED light is now illuminated, and then you can plug in your devices. Please be aware that this system is rated for 2,000 watts, so please don't plug anything above 2,000 watts into this device. When you're not using each system within the Goal Zero for your outputs, which are your 12-volt outlet and your AC outlet, it is best practice to always turn those off. So go ahead and turn them off. Make sure that you do not have an LED light illuminated on either, and then you'll also see that your output is 0. Last thing to note, that although there is a little storage area up top here, the Goal Zero can get hot while in use. So it's best practice to leave all the connectors and adapters in their mesh bag, which is tied to the side, and only use this part when you're trying to plug into either your input or your output up here, but that's all also available on the front plate display. When you're ready to shut down the vehicle, start by pulling the mattress towards you again so that there's room for that front window pane to actually slide, and then hop up there. Next, you need to unlatch both silver latches and make sure that they are parallel with the metal that they are mounted to. And then when you're ready, you're going to pull this window pane towards you and latch it again in the top. I already have our front of vehicle window pane out, so as I do this, I'm going to have to press out on the walls a little bit to create room for it to come up, and then I'll always secure it back up top. One thing to note is that while you're hanging out in here, it's always best to have at least one window pane down to keep that structural integrity. That said, the gas struts are going to always hold this topper up, so you're not going to get smushed in here if you have neither up. We just say that if you're hanging out in here, please always have at least one pane down. Before you hop outside to pull down the topper, you're just going to replace the mattress to its original spot, flip that over, and then you can store the third mattress section kind of in the center. Just make sure that it's somewhere where it's not going to get in the way of the folding walls or in the way of the rear structural piece in the center. You can also always store this in the back row of the vehicle or wherever else. Once you have both window panes fully secured, you're going to go ahead and lower the topper. Same with as we lifted it, you want to make sure that you're lowering it evenly, not going down on one side or the other. So again, utilize the step stool if you need to. Hands on the very top bar, never underneath that so that they can get pinched.
Another truck camper we love from Rossmönster Overland is the off-road Baja. Currently, the Baja is compatible with 2019 or newer Ford F-150, Ford F-250, Ram 2500, and Chevrolet Silverado/GMC Sierra 2500 4x4 models with a 6.5-foot bed. The Baja is not a traditional in-bed truck camper, but instead replaces the entire bed, seamlessly blending with the cab's body lines. The camper's hardshell top can be popped up, providing additional height and revealing side and front windows for natural light. There's 3 layout options available, sleeping 2 to 4 people with a queen-size bed, a Tachka mattress, and skylight. Features include multiple lighting zones, freshwater tank, fridge-freezer combo, cooktop, workstation sink, hot water shower, heat and hot water system, and power system with inverter and lithium battery bank. The introductory base price for a Baja build is $175,000, which can vary depending on the truck, floor plan, and options. Reservations require a non-refundable $5,000 deposit, and builds take 4 weeks from the start of production.
Hey, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster, and today I want to show you around our latest Baja truck camper. So this is going to be built on an F350 Lariat. Before we step inside, I'll talk about some of the exterior highlights of this vehicle. So this is going to be a custom composite shell with an aluminum frame. It has an articulating topper, so right now we have it in the lifted position, which allows you to see those half-slide windows around the perimeter of the vehicle. And then when you lower it down, you're in drive mode, so that's going to make you a little bit more compact, and you can get to some of those places that some larger vehicles won't be able to get to. Other exterior highlights, we have a buck stop front bumper that's going to have some LED lights inlaid into it, as well as a Warn winch in the front. As we move back from there, we have upgraded wheels and tires. We have running boards, electric running boards down both sides of the vehicle. And then we also have an amp research step so that you can get into the camper. You also notice on the outside of this rig, we have a custom wrap, and that's going to be done by Pureblind. So that's a really fun design highlight of this rig. And then as we move all the way to the rear of the vehicle, we have our Rossmönster Custom MaxTrax table mounting system. So that's going to be a great storage option for those MaxTrax and double as an outdoor table when needed. Let's check out the rear. In the rear of the vehicle, we have a few additional custom upgrades here. So we have the MOLLE panels on both sides. On the driver's side, those MOLLE panels are going to be holding up 2 one-up bike trays. We also have a storage box here to increase the exterior hauling capacity of this vehicle. We have mounting plates for our shovel and axe, and then we have a custom Rossmönster bumper at the bottom here. Let's step inside. Welcome inside. Before I go into the specific components of the vehicle, I'll talk about some design highlights as well as the overall layout. So starting all the way up top, we have a Nissimi Mineta linen upholstered wall and ceiling panels. As we move down from there, all of our cabinetry is going to be bamboo grain matched, and all of our uppers are going to be slightly oversized, so you don't actually have to have a cabinet pole on there. Moving down from there, we have a custom backsplash on both sides, and those are going to have topo maps etched into them. Our countertops are going to be paper stone, and that's going to be in the pewter color. And then we have a Lone Seal sandstorm flooring all the way at the bottom here. And then lastly, our dinette and our bed blanket are going to be in Pendleton. So when it comes to layout, we have our cab over bed all the way up front. That's going to be roughly a queen size. As we move back from there, we have our galley area and some additional storage in both uppers and lowers. And then all the way in the rear, we have our dinette. This is also going to house storage for our power systems. And this is also going to double as our secondary sleeping area. So this table is going to come down into the center and make a nice additional sleeping area for 1 to 2 people. So I'm going to start in the front and we'll work our way back. Starting in the front of the vehicle, we have our cab over beds. This is going to be roughly a queen size. We have some cubbies with fabric covers in the front of the bulkhead there, and then we have the half slides beneath that. We also have an outlet on the side frame of this cabinet so that you can charge your electronics while in bed. Additionally, we have a nice ladder to get up into that, and then closing out this area, we also have our soft partition between the riding area and the living area, so that'll reduce some of that noise while you're out on the road and kind of keep the heat a little bit more efficient in here. Additionally, as you move back from there, we have storage for our composting toilet. So this is going to be on 500-pound locking drawer slides. You can slide it out, use it, and when it's not in use, you just pop it away and it stays nice and out of the way there. Starting in the kitchenette, we have our Rivati 15x20 workstation sink. So this is going to have a cutting board insert as well as a strainer inside it. As I mentioned, we have that topo etched custom backsplash here, so that'll keep our upholstery on the wall panels nice and clean, not having to worry about any splash from cooking. Moving forward from there, we have an Impava 2-burner induction cooktop. And then underneath our sink, we have storage for our 20-gallon freshwater tank and water pump. As we move over to the driver's side of the vehicle, we have our Cruise 85 isotherm door style fridge and freezer. So it's going to have a small freezer in the upper left-hand corner. We also have a nice drawer bank down the side here. All of these drawers are going to have slam latches, so that'll keep everything closed and secure while in transit. Above our fridge and storage, we have our uppers. All of these are going to be on gas struts for assisted opening and closing, and have RV latches to ensure that they stay closed while in transit as well. As we move to the rear of the vehicle, we have our dinette. As I mentioned, this is upholstered in Pendleton. A few nice things about this dinette is that under each of the bays we have storage. So on the passenger side here, we have storage for our power systems, and there we are going to have 510 amp hours of AGM supercycle battery, a 3000 watt inverter, and 400 watts of solar coming in through the roof. Under our center and our driver's side bench seats, we just have open storage bays, so those will be great for internal storage. Additionally, this dinette is unique because we have a folding table, so we can make it double the size and kind of entertain more people back here. So we have some supports. They're going to slide out like so, and then we just have a hinge so you can fold this table over and get a lot more space there if you're having a meal with a few more people. Lastly, this very versatile table can be taken off of the lagoon mount, placed in the center between both bench seat sides, and create the platform for our secondary sleeping area. Closing out this vehicle, we'll talk about ventilation, heating, cooling, as well as lighting. So to start, we have an auto turn air 4D heater in here. We also have 2 Max Air fans in the ceiling, as well as a Heki Mini skylight over the bed. So this skylight is going to have a blackout curtain on one side, a bug screen on the other, so you can really have some versatility in how much light you're letting in and when you can have that open versus when you can't. Additional ventilation, as I mentioned, we have the half slide windows. Those are going to be around the perimeter of the vehicle. Those are going to be covered when you're in the drive position with the topper down. And then we also have 2 Arctic turn windows on either side of the dinette. Those are going to be awning style. So if you pull down from the top, they have a bug screen, and if you pull up from the bottom, we have a blackout curtain. Lastly, when it comes to lighting, we have our dimmable LED overhead dome lights, we have above cabinet lights, we have under cabinet lights, and then we have toe kick lights at the floor here. That wraps up this Baja truck camper. Again, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to give us a follow on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a tour, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
For this segment, we look at the Cube Series truck camper, a lightweight, space-saving camper module that with only the press of a button expands into a cube-shaped cabin. First, a little info and backstory about the company behind this design, Cube Series RVs. They're located in Bend, Oregon, They were founded in 2020, and with over 40 years of experience, this company believes the current market mostly consists of campers too large, heavy, or limited for the average compact truck. This is from the About Us page on the company website here. We set out to create the next generation of campers and trailers focused on convenience and ease of use, without the sacrifice of the durability that higher-end hardshell RVs provide. Our mission is to evolve the camping experience, all at a lower price than any comparable models. The first and only two designs from this very young company are the Cube Series Truck Camper and the Cube Series Trailer. Because this stream's topic is truck campers, today we're focusing on the Cube Truck Camper. We're going to save the Cube Trailer for another day. Let's find out some more. Built for convenience and ease of use, these next-generation RVs will enhance your camping experience. Lightweight and waterproof, the canvas-free Cube Series camper is designed with cutting-edge materials that are built with insulated, vacuum-bonded, infused resin and fiberglass, aluminum, and steel. The camper is designed to fit in most garages while still loaded on the pickup truck bed. Say goodbye to expensive add-on truck camper tie-down brackets and turnbuckles. Their camper has a fast-load inside bed anchor system that utilizes the factory tie-down systems already installed on your truck. With this sleek and durable camper in the back of your truck, you have a surreal camping experience at your fingertips. A total game changer, this lightweight, canvas-free, hard-sided pop-up camper has a body made of vacuum-bonded infused resin and fiberglass, with an internal high-density foam core, aluminum, and steel. This type of construction, as well as being lightweight, make this camper extremely tough, waterproof, and very well insulated. The camper is very lightweight. Depending on the option that you select, it will have a dry weight between 1,206 to 1,750 pounds. This camper is also designed to fit in the bed of most compact pickups like the Toyota Tacoma, Chevy Colorado, Ford Ranger, etc., and will fit almost all full-size pickups as well. With the camper's innovative tie-down system utilizing the factory tie-down rings inside the truck bed, there is no longer a need for expensive external tie-down systems. The Cube Series camper has a collapsed height of 52 inches and fits in most garages while on the truck. With the camper's extremely low profile, being very lightweight, and having a jack system that can be turned to a high-up horizontal position which increases ground clearance around the truck, you now have the ability to go camping in places you would not have considered with a different RV. Starting at $43,509, the Cube Truck Camper weighs 1,206 pounds. It's 7.3 feet wide, 7.3 feet long, a height of 4.3 feet, and an exterior open height of 7.6 feet. Ultralight 100% aluminum basement structure, all molded fiberglass main tub, walls and roof, infused and vacuum bonded for stronger and lighter parts. One-piece fiberglass roof. Locking external storage compartment doors. Large lightweight insulated acrylic windows with pleated shades and screens. Radius entry door and flush mount lock with deadbolt. Exterior shower. This is a 4-season camper with an 18,000 BTU furnace and 1.7-gallon 12-volt water heater. A 5-gallon LPG capacity, and if equipped, 2.5-gallon cassette toilet black water. 10 gallons gray water and 21 gallons regular water. 10 gallons gray water and 21 gallons fresh water. The interior height is 6.5 feet. 100% aluminum cabinetry. Thermofoil countertops. 2-burner range, sink with glass top. Synthetic leather upholstery. Opposing dinette, 75-inch sleeper. 12-volt TV prep. 12-volt LED interior lighting system. 2 electrical power stations with 110-volt and USB ports. Japanese company Direct Cars transforms the Toyota Hilux into an adventurous off-road motorhome known as the BR75 SUV Adventure Camper. Direct Cars specializes in converting Japanese trucks and vans into high-performance motorhomes. Two models are offered, BR75Z based on the Hilux base model Z trim, and BR75G based on the Hilux GR Sport. The BR75 is based on the double cab version of the Toyota Hilux, with the flatbed replaced by a camping body. The camper features an aerodynamically shaped extension above the cabin and a longer overhang at the rear. It offers seating for 5 people and can accommodate 4 berths. The living cabin design is seamlessly integrated into the donor vehicle, providing a well-thought-out living space. Key features of the BR75 SUV Adventure Camper include a lowerable alcove double bed, pop-up roof for more space and light, dining lounge convertible into a second double bed, ample storage space, noble lighting, water pump, tiled floor, air conditioning system, separate bathroom, external sockets, touchscreen control panel, electric cooler, second battery, solar panel, inverter, and water tanks. There is no built-in kitchen, but space is available for a mobile stove or grill. Direct Cars came up with a clever way to take advantage of the omitted rear bed structure, flatbed, of the original pickup. So without further ado, a small tailor-made trailer was built from the OEM rear platform of the Hilux, which provides additional space for luggage and equipment if required. The BR75Z is offered from approximately $80,000 US, and the BR75G starts at approximately $91,000 US for the fully equipped BR75G. Optional accessories and equipment can increase the final price. In Japan, the Toyota Hilux is exclusively available with a 2.4-liter diesel engine producing 150 horsepower and 400 Newton-meters of torque, paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission plus transfer case. We'll take a closer look at the remarkable features and improvements of the Falcon X series, as well as the pricing and ordering details. Before we go down that Falcon X rabbit hole, let's see what makes Loki Base Camp tick. Loki Expedition was founded in 2020. The company size is about 111 to 120 employees, and they're located in Quebec, Canada. Here's from the About Us page on their company website. It's about doing what you want to do, where you want to do it, being equipped to make the experience perfect every time, and taking it to a level you never even dreamed of. Loki has been in the design, engineer, fabrication business for 15 years. This new subsidiary is the perfect reflection of who we are, a synergy between our personal interests and our professional expertise. Being outdoors driven, we naturally turn to what we love. Our passions go way beyond the hardware. For the past 10 years, Loki has been shipping and activating its products across the busiest North American cities and beyond. For this new chapter, we needed to find a manufacturing location away from all other distractions. Our Loki Expedition vehicles will be proudly fabricated in Quebec City, Canada. This amazing location will fuel our outdoor lifestyle and will allow us to first serve North America, with a second location on the West Coast in the works. You can select between the Ford F550 or Ram 5500 EOG chassis. There's an on-the-go high-efficiency charging system with liquid spring smart suspension. Baja designs LED light, fender flares and custom liners, Power Step XL. The Falcon X series is available in 8 and 15-foot habitats, significantly larger than its predecessor in the Falcon series. The increased size allows for additional sleeping quarters and bigger water tanks and batteries, ensuring extended trips without compromising on comfort. You can get a 360-degree camera system, utility LEDs on the rear and sides, retractable canopy, side supports, self-lifting rear cargo, and spare tire. There's a screen for the main door, double glass windows with roller blackout blinds and bug screens, cargo boxes, and cargo bay. An exterior kitchen, 500-watt solar panels, air compressor, recovery kit, aluminum brush guards, access stairs and ladder combo, custom high-strength steel rear bumper, custom LED rear lamps, embroidered custom headrest logo, and a zero-torsion subframe. The Falcon X series is equipped with a robust electrical system. It includes a 900 amp-hour lithium-ion battery bank, a 4,000-watt inverter and charger, and up to 1,420 watts of solar power. With that setup, that's off-grid camping without worrying about energy supply. The interior of the Falcon X camper is designed to provide the utmost luxury and comfort. It features heavy-duty insulation, a UV water purifier, indoor and outdoor kitchens, a roof hatch, and dimmable LED lighting. The camper can accommodate up to 6 adults, and optional drop-down beds are available for added convenience. Other notable interior features include heated floors, light wood cabinets and furnishings, a multimedia monitor on a pivoting arm, and a closed bathroom and shower. The Falcon X is available for order. It starts at $560,000 US, including the Ram 5500 or Ford F550 truck, and requires a $5,000 deposit. If you enjoyed this video, you could help us out by hitting the like button, subscribe, and keep up to date on future posts.